ending our quarantine today.
It's been 2 months.
2 months, yep. We've been here on Healing Hill near Yosemite, in near a town called Raymond, California, for these 2 months with some really amazing people that we just met. Actually, I think Tree had met David before. We've met David before, and I think Rivka was probably with him when we did meet them. But anyway, they had invited us to their place at some point in the future, and when the whole virus thing came down, we were looking for a place to shelter in place at, and they said we could come here, and it's just been awesome the whole time we've been here.
Couldn't have asked for a better place to spend 2 months. It's safe. We've been hearing so many stories of people getting pushed out from various locations around the country in the last 2 months, and so we felt very, very blessed and grateful to our friends that they had the space for us.
Yeah, you can see our RVs behind us, parked right out over there, and it's like by a pool. It's just this amazing view out that way, and then out back the other way behind the building is the southern end of Yosemite. And so today's our day of leaving, and we're just looking forward to getting back on the road again. It's been like a while, even longer than 2 months, because we were in Pacifica for a couple weeks before that. And the
one thing I wanted to say was because a lot of people have questions about, why are you traveling? Is this essential? It is actually essential what we're doing, because we're on our way to South Dakota and we have to get our driver's license and register to vote. So we have to do that before Sean's birthday in July. Yeah. So it is definitely something that we have to get done sooner rather than later.
And our business is pretty much over for the foreseeable future, as long as there's no large events and large gatherings being able to happen. It's just like that's really we really make our living. And so we're going to be spending the time that we do have on our way to South Dakota, updating our website with like all the stuff that we've got with us, so that if somebody orders something from our website, we've got it then, and we can send it out. And but because we're not working, and we're just going to take our time. We're going to Utah to get some more solar and batteries on the rig, so that we don't have to use our generator in the evening.
And be even more self-reliant with making our own energy.
Yeah, and just get everything balanced in the rig as far as the way the power is running in there. And so we're going to spend some time in Utah on the way to South Dakota. And what else can we do except have fun, right? So anyway,
be safe. We have all the precautions needed. We have lots of hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, and we wear our masks wherever we go. So
well, that's the plan, is to be just. What else do we have to do except go enjoy nature? And what better place is there to isolate from other people than in nature? So it's just like it's not really a question of something that we have to think about a lot or have it be some like major concern about staying away from people and stuff like that. It's just like we need to go to the truck stop to get fuel and to the grocery store to get groceries. It's just like the things that are essential, really. And it's just like we want the things that are part of our life to be essential. We want our whole life to be essential. And if there's some activity that's like can put us in harm's way, like even if they opened up festivals that we could go work at without a vaccine, I think that's pretty foolish. I'm almost 60 years old, and I'm close to the age where people can get really sick from it. So I'm gonna do my best to stay healthy, and we're really grateful we made all these decisions that got us to sell our house and buy the RV and get ourselves out of debt. And now we actually have the savings for when some tragedy hit. When here it is, right? I guess it's a tragedy for a lot of people, and I'm really sorry for the things that you might be going through. But I just want to say one thing, and I've said it before, is like we're all in the place that is a result of the decisions that we make, right? So if we just keep choosing love, I think they end up in a lot better places than when we choose fear and make all our decisions based on half pieces of information we don't really understand. So anyway, that's that part of the manifestation thing, and we just are really happy to get back out on the road and manifest that space where we can have our peace of mind and just really enjoy our lives together as much as we can.
And I'll also say, I'm not without a slight bit of apprehension of just what's out there, because I haven't been much further away than about half an hour from here to the closest biggest town, and I'm not nervous or afraid. It's just like, what's it going to be like out there?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole new world, and no matter where you go, what's happening to you in that very moment is what's happening, and that's what you have to deal with. You know what I mean? So like projecting some fear out into the future of what I might be afraid of, it's just like, dude, my house is on wheels. If there's something going down, a fire, people rioting over food, whatever my terrors might be, right? My worst case scenarios. It's just like I can drive away from it. I can go to the places where there's water and food, and you know what I mean? Cool people that will like choose love instead of fear. And so anyway, we're looking forward to getting back out on the road and seeing who we meet out there and doing our part to kind of just like lift people up and, you know, spread love as much as possible. So
Go Team Love.
yeah. Anyway, we love you guys, and we look forward to you. And if you want to see like what it's been like around here, like through the seasons, and then we got here in the early spring, and how it's changed, and the different places we've had to walk around and ride our bike. So I'll be putting a bike riding video together so you can see what it's been like around here. It's been really amazing. So anyway, until then, much love. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Take care.
So when the pandemic hit, we were in Pacifica at 1,000 Trails Campground, where we had been camped out so we could get our taxes done. And it was a really beautiful place to start the lockdown, but the time came when we had to leave, and we had to figure out where we were going to go. And we remembered that our friend David had offered his place up near Yosemite to come park sometime in the future, and we gave him a call to see if we could do that. And they invited us up, and so when we left, it was early spring, and everything, as you can see, is in the shaky road is nice and green, and there's all kinds of wildflowers popping up, and you know, it was just a really beautiful time to get up near Yosemite. Got to see some rainbows, and got to watch the wildflowers change. You know, by the time we watched the seasons change, it was getting to be summer, and it had turned into rattlesnake season, and it's time for us to go. Yeah, after 2 months, we were kind of itching to get back on the road. We had not stayed anywhere for longer than 2 weeks. And so we had been here up at Rivka and David's for 2 months, and we really enjoyed our time there. You know, really, we call it Healing Hill, and right here is the view that we looked at every day from our RV, looking out towards the southern border of Yosemite. And yeah, just to watch the seasons change through this window, and just every day it was just like a different painting. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. And one of the people that lives on the property is named Craig, and he drives a driving lawnmower around the property. There's 50 acres of walking paths that Craig has carved out with that lawnmower, and it's just really a beautiful place to go walking around, watch the ravens, watch it's just spectacular. We just had a great time walking around on that property, and we're really grateful to our hosts for such a beautiful place to be. And yeah, the wildlife around the property was just awesome. Here's some of the hummingbirds out in front of Craig and Marguerite's trailer, and there's some other feeders around the property. There's lots of hummingbirds. I've been places where there's hummingbirds before, but these hummingbirds live in the trees right there, so they just come right out. And there was bunnies everywhere, and while we were there, the rabbits had little baby bunnies, so we got to see the little baby bunnies around Easter time, I think that was. And yeah, there's coyotes around there too. We can hear them every night, so this is probably prime coyote food. Yeah, there's also a bunch of feral cats around the area, so small animals had to watch out. These cows would just kind of wander onto the property and just kind of shit all over the place and tear stuff up. There's also like wild turkeys on the property, and one day when we were out walking, we just saw these 3 turkey buzzards just kind of flying around. It's kind of cool when you're up on a hill and the birds are kind of flying over the valley down below you. Seem a lot closer than I normally see birds on flat land. But yeah, just having these 50 acres to walk around on every day was just really just such awesome views. And yeah, Craig would just ride his lawnmower around and create these awesome paths all through the property. Yeah, our host Rivka is an awesome artist, and she has this mural on at the entrance to her property that's just, it really got filled in while we were there. And another artist that was staying on the property with us did this to an upside down old hot tub that was out there. I was telling about the wildflowers and the rainbows, and yeah, just again, just a really great place to walk around. We took a few bike rides while we were there, and just the road that they live on is there's a 7 mile dirt road that used to be an old stagecoach road that just went from their property out to this other road, and we would just take these amazing rides up through just the country, really, and just past all these farms and ranches, and it was just one of our favorite things to do while we were there. So yeah, enjoy. Happy spring, people. It's a beautiful day up here in Raymond, California. We're parked at some friend's house out here in Healing Hill, up here in beautiful near Yosemite border. And we are doing spring cleaning. We're getting down and taking everything out of our storage and wiping it all down and gonna vacuum it out. And yeah, that's step one in our spring cleaning for Trigger.
And look at how big our storage is. This gives a really good indication of how big our storage bay is, because I'm not a small person.
Yeah, it's 3 of these big doors wide, and it passes through up to the other side. We're gonna go empty out the other side as well. And yeah,
So far, fortunately, haven't found any nasty surprises. I mean, we know that we've had a couple mice and pack rats, come in and visit us, but nothing out of the ordinary. No wires chewed.
And nothing lately.
Yeah, and no wires chewed. Everything seems fine. Just so yeah. So far so good.
So there you go. All right. Then it was time to give Trigger a bath, and as much as you try to get him clean, the first place you go set up camping, it's as dusty as it's ever been. So that's kind of our reality at this point. But it's always nice to take off on a new trip in a clean rig. So I'm sure Trigger appreciated it. Get some of the bugs off of him. And then it was time to hit the road, and we had to say our goodbyes to Healing Hill. And we were really excited to get on the road, and we got in our rig, said our goodbyes, and we were off down the road. And you can see here that it was no longer green when we left in late May. And yeah, but there were still some wildflowers along the side of the road, and it's still a beautiful place. We really look forward to coming back. So the next phase of our journey continues, and we headed down the road to Fresno and down Highway 99 to Bakersfield, and then we took 58 across the Tehachapi's into the high desert. Yeah, it took us across to Barstow, where we hit up with 15 heading north towards Las Vegas. And so we stayed overnight near the Mojave Desert National Monument, I guess it's called, at Peggy Sue's 50s Diner, which is near the ghost town of Calico. So we stayed there overnight, and it was fun to see the dinosaurs they had wearing their COVID-19 masks. But in the morning it was time to go, and we put out our trusty crystal wand and went in that direction. And so yeah, we went up through Las Vegas and heading into Utah, and our upcoming videos will document all that, so we hope you'll check those out. And thanks for watching our videos, and please like and subscribe to our channel. And yeah, friends, we'll see you down the road. Peace and love. Take care.